report time is 6:30. So 5:18, 6:30 doesn't match up for 2-hour call time. That's right, they short call me.
This is my look, my life, my book. This is my destiny. This is my destiny.
I got called by crew scheduling at 5:18 p.m. My report time is 6:30. So 5:18, 6:30 doesn't match up for 2-hour call time. That's right, they short call me. So I said, I'm gonna try my best, but really I have to just be there within 2 hours. But as you can see, I'm driving to Boston instead of taking the bus, because the bus is not going to be there within 2 hours because it is on schedule and it's not on my schedule. There you go. So today is a very interesting day. I knew I was gonna get called when I saw, because I was watching the open sequence and I'm like, all right, why they're still not calling me? They called me really like the last minute. I knew that sequence came out around like 45 minutes before they called me. So they call me at 5:18, so I have until 7:18 to be there. According to my GPS right now, I'm going to be there by 6:55. So it takes me from home, I think, about an hour and 20 minutes to the airport, not to the parking garage. So I'm going to the parking garage at the airport. So I will save like 20 or 30 minutes of time, because I got short call. I want to make sure I get there as early as possible. So they may reimburse my parking fee, they may not. But I don't want to take a risk. I also only have 2 hours, so I don't want to pass that 2 hours. If I go to the parking garage right now, it will take me exactly 2 hours. But I don't want to take that risk right now, because you never know when the bridge went up. That takes extra 20 minutes. So at that point, I will not be following my 2-hour report, like call time. Anyways, you guys, this is really interesting. This is the first time I'm driving down to the airport, working. So my sequence is going to be a 2-day sequence, Boston to LAX, layover in LAX for 14 hours, I believe. And then I believe tomorrow, LAX to Boston. So it's pretty easy. And I'm on, they put me on position number 2, which is galley. I don't mind being galley. So anyways, you guys, it's just like a roller coaster. And then, hey guys, I made it in time. I just walked all the way from Terminal B back there behind me to validate my Chelsea parking ticket. And then now I'm heading back to Terminal B and going to the parking lot where I parked my car, which is 5,000 miles away. Just kidding. Probably like about 15-minute walk. So yeah. So I'll tell you later what happened with my sequence and why I'm back in Boston right away. Yes, we made it last night. Boston to LAX. We were in LAX and hold on, let's wait. Now I can tell you what happened. So my sequence yesterday was supposed to be Boston LAX and then 14-hour layover to in LAX, and then LAX to Boston, which is supposed to be later, like 2 o'clock. But last night we decided to modify our deadheading. 3 of us, so all of us except for the number 1 came back. As soon as we landed there, we went to the next flight back to Boston. So we left there LA time around 11:30, and we got here Boston time around 8 o'clock a.m. So now I'm here. It's about 9:10 and just heading back to my parking garage where I parked my car. So that's what happened. That's why no layover today. no layover in LAX because we decided to get back home from last night. So I fly pretty much like total of 10 hours, pretty much. 5 hour going to LA, 5 hour back to Boston. But I know I'm gonna be like super tired as soon as I get home. But right now I'm trying to hold it up so I don't feel too tired while I'm driving, because I have an hour 20-minute drive back to New Hampshire. So I'm glad that I don't have to time my trip back to New Hampshire with a C&J. So I'm glad that I have my car. That's the convenience of it, but the inconvenience of it is I have to drive this time, so that's the only thing. But it was super easy yesterday. I actually kind of got lost too for like 5 minutes, but I went back in track after that. So oh well. What time is it now? Oh my gosh, it's 9:25, and guess what, they're reimbursing my parking. It is such a beautiful drive today, you guys. I didn't hit any single traffic at all. It is so beautiful. I think because of the timing, I left Boston around 9:30. By the time I get home, it'll be about an hour and 20 minutes. So that's not too bad for like no waiting, because usually the bus is 2 hours. Plus I have to wait for the time, the schedule of the bus. Plus I have to drive from the bus back home. So by the time I put everything together, it could be minimum of 2.5 hours to 3-4 hours, sometimes depends on the schedule. So this saves me a lot of time. Guys, I just got home and it is 11:04. Just right what Google Map told me. It was 11:03, but it's 11:04 now, and that thermometer temperature is wrong, by the way. It's not 107. It is actually 75 degrees Fahrenheit. But this is the mileage that I reset this before I left home. So it's 153.4 miles. This is both ways, you know, to and from Boston Logan. And the time is three hours. So it's an hour and a half each way, I would say. But I stopped also for gas, so I guess it's an hour 20 was probably accurate. Also the 150, so 75 miles, 76 something miles each way. That's pretty accurate. So that's pretty much it, you guys. But that's straight to the airport, by the way. I'm home, and this is what I wear as soon as I get home. Yep. Jammies, white tees, and my comfy sweatshirt and some socks. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go have my breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go have my meal and relax, take tons of naps. That's pretty much my agenda for today, and back to work tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.
This is my look, my life, my book. This is my destiny. This is my destiny. You can sit down with your trouble, but for me it's plain to see.